And also write the words written in red. Okay? This and this. Let me know when you're done. Up to here, okay? Let me know when you're done. I'll tell you how to write it in short. Finish speaking somehow today. First point, second point, third point. Fourth point, just write linear chain and branch chains. Sleeping. Done?
No.
Not yet? Just these 3 points, 1, 2 and 3. And these 2 words. Linear chains and branch chains. Because you see there's no point in like writing all this, it's like you should know it like in short. Done? Okay, now write types, right? Types, and under that write homopolysaccharides and heteropolysaccharides. Types. TYPS. It's not permanent, right? Yes. TYPS types. These homopolysaccharides and heteropolysaccharides. After that, write examples. After that, write examples. These examples. If you don't understand something, you can always ask. Done?
Yes.
Should I change the slide? Okay. Now we'll see a biological role, like what is the importance of carbohydrates. Like we studied about carbohydrates, like why do we need them? Can someone tell me like why do we need carbohydrates? Main function of carbohydrates. Why? What's the need? Why do we study carbohydrates? Like we study something for a reason, right? Like why? Significance.
Provides energy.
Yes. Source of food, right? Main source of food. Like primary source of food. What happened? You can ask me. Okay. You saw here and answered me, right? Okay, fine. Oxidation of carbohydrates provides energy. It means like they are source of food, main source of food. Primary source of food is carbohydrates. Carbohydrates storage in the form of glycogen. As you know, carbohydrates are stored in the form of glycogen because they just can't be stored as they are. For example, you know, like we have glucose, right, in your body. It can't be stored like glucose because if the level goes up, we have what? If the glucose level rises, what happens?
Coma.
Yes, diabetes, right? So it's always stored in a form of glycogen. Got no point. So that's how it is stored. Now, carbohydrates supply carbon atoms for synthesis of other biochemical substances. Now, these are like grocery products. You got right? Grocery products, like you buy flour, you buy sugar, you buy different things and you cook, right? You cook and you make a delicious meal. So that's how these provide biochemical substances. For biochemical substances, they provide like groceries, proteins, lipids, and nucleic acids. You remember ribose. Yes, ribose, deoxyribose and ribose for nucleic acids. Yes. They provide what? Raw material, right? Raw material. It comes from carbohydrates. So that's the point. Now, so it's the same point repeated, like structural framework for DNA and RNA. Structural framework. Do you know the structure of DNA and RNA? You know, right? I think you have learned in the structure, like the backbone. It's made up of ribose and deoxyribose. So that's what they do. It's like provide backbone for it. Now, carbohydrates also provide markers on cell surface. Cell has a surface, like cell has a surface. On the cell surface, there are like markers which help in cell recognition. Cell recognition. You know what recognition is? Recognize, like for example, I can yes. You know, right? They have like carbohydrates act as markers. Act as markers for cell recognition on the cell surface. So that like immune system doesn't kill it. Got it? Ah, it's our cell. We shouldn't kill it. Just like that. So that's all. We are done with the carbohydrates. Are we happy about it?
Yes.
How do I exit this? Oh my god, how do I exit this? Can someone help me? What happened? Help me exit this. You don't understand this system. Not working. Working. How so? I did the same thing, it didn't work. Proteins. Was it understandable, carbohydrates? Was it simple?
It's not simple for us.
What about the last thing, like uses of carbohydrates? Did you understand?
Yes.
You got it, right?
Yes.
Why the main source of food? That's the main thing. Others are like. What happened to this computer?
Он специфичный. Там
Видишь, не точно. Ладно.
звонок, мы как раз с вами разберемся. Он подождите, нет, он у нас последний.
I love you so much. I feel today. Ой, я понимаю. Просто типа. Видимо, на что Нет, ты просто как мой мама. Нет, моя мама не может. Сам голова, Go away, please. Together.
Аня, не знаю. Научили, я любимые грехи, я что пила до заболела ковидом. Да, и уже заболела ковидом, после этого я не могу им пользоваться, потому что они воняют.
Иногда меня прям закрывает.
Например, меня не очень долго останавливались, но я не начала чувствовать правильно, очень
Может быть,
тихо.
сигарет вызвали?
Да, у меня, знаете, вкус потерялся на 2 дня, и я могла есть все, что я почти не ем, но, знаете, полезно, я кажу, все пытаюсь правильно.
Ну, это может быть голосование, да, а может быть, это может
Нет?
быть, заповедно после этого и еще может быть, знаешь, чем связано вот, это может быть с этим связано. На западных девушек почему? Потому что это биологически ее факт.
Я узнала, что у нас еще не потому что девушки нуждаются в гормонах, и наша система надо запускать.
Ну, то есть, а может быть, кто-то болел, вышел, поэтому сказал. А так?
То есть это было очень странно. Вчера была тренировка, 35 девушек, все, что мы только обсуждали.
Еще вот я сейчас почувствовала первый вот, первые 3 месяца я просто, знаешь, я вам говорила, что я просто не хотела через детство, я ходила в школу, я не могла.
Мы с мамой не напрыгли, так что мама нет, мама говорит, давай.
Вот ты сейчас на язык в маске, раньше ты в маске едешь, и все там плавали глаза, ничего, проходит,
Я за себя не ловлю, потому что всегда думаешь, что первый
ну,
раз
конечно, здравствуйте.
Некоторые думают, что если ты ешь бумага, то он дает тебе какую-то энергию.
Нет, она не вычисляется, вот получается. То есть это все равно, что есть воздух, ты ничего не получишь. Хотя ты получаешь пульс, она носит кишечную ленту, то она уже... Да, вот.
Оля, do you understand?
Yeah, but I have not enough hours to sleep and because somewhere not part of that. It's heavy. To understand things.
I slept for 1 hour. And day before yesterday also I slept for 1 hour. Horrible. Wow, I think it's right now.
Да, можно сказать, что картина еще на фото, как изучение женщин.
See, for example, see, when I say something, if you don't understand something, you can always ask me, like, what is this? Like, for example, I'm telling about exoskeleton, everybody's like, quiet. Why quiet?
We can understand it from the first time, but now we got it. Just because we call it by the same way, just it sounds...
Exoskeleton.
But it sounds strange the first time.
Но она сказала, что типа слишком понравится, что это слишком.
Actually, like, if it was not like an official class, I would like teach real and like I would give like more information. So it should be very interesting, you know, like when I was studying in school, we had always had like nice English teachers and science teachers. So they always used to teach nice and like it was always interesting because they used to give more information, which was not in the textbook. But now it's the education system is like shit.
Yeah.
It's about rules. Got it?
We have to study too much information that we can't use in real life and we just
No.
pass exams.
You study, but we will not tell you like what's the use of this, why is this. Nobody will tell you why. A lot of things, you study a lot of things. What for?
Just because you need the good marks, that's all.
So I just kind of like try to explain. I should finish proteins and lipids. Wish me luck.
Good luck. I need a little break.
Okay, take your break, take your break.
Делаем не в почте, а с тебе тоже есть? Да. Тебе тоже? Нет, мне тоже не тебе тоже. Ну, некоторые не ушли куда-то, некоторые не было. Тут написано, короче,
предостеречь типа то, что любовь это не унижение. Ну, не знаю. Вот это вот, если вопрос, можно как раз написать.
Да, она бы сказала, что
О! И нормально, значит.
Собственно, вопрос. Что это?
Что про эту женщину и
История не любви, то есть не... просто.
женщины, которая родилась, и которая терпела измену.
Это хорошо.
Да.
А там как?
Да и его история была дальше, когда вообще очень
Да, просто да. Название. Я там был слайд, ну это как сказать? На самом деле было все, там презентация была открыта. Я думаю, что все нормально. Я так думаю.
Смысл этих историй о том, что понять, что истинная любовь, истинная любовь спускается вверх.
Есть главный
Я вообще, я когда читаю, думала, встал, что магия.
серьезные душные страдания и процесс, который противник. По-моему, Иисуса любви, потому что любить счастливым и так далее. Это не страдать по себе.
Интересно?
Да что ты себе
Честно скажу.
проходит сразу от одного взгляда к человеку.
Я не знаю, что у меня было, если я слышал это.
Помнишь, тоже про Серебро, то, что он хранил там ее брошюры, которые нам рассказал?
Наверное, перееду. Я тоже.
Один раз, даже не пообщался.
Потому что я не понимаю. Наверное, это последний. Да. Еще мероприятие осталось. Не знаю, кто это.
Я помню, как история. Она сказала, что можно пользоваться текстом. На самом деле, нет, я не говорю, что она может пользоваться.
А сколько вас людей на месяц? Сколько вас? Два? Три? Еще два. Ладно. Did you understand?
Yes, I understand everything.
You understood everything?
Everything of it.
Lovely, that's nice. I'm glad. Is everyone present? Nobody bunked the class? Nobody bunked, right?
А Саня так не пришел.
Он сказал, что тебе неприлично опоздали.
Alright.
Неприлично на весь день. 4 пары опоздали. Нет.
So let's start, right? Proteins, building blocks. Building blocks of life. So, you understood, right? What building blocks are? Blocks, like kirpich, bricks, blocks, building blocks of life. Okay, fine. Now let's start with the definition. Now you see, polymers are just like carbohydrates. They are polymers. Polymers of what? Monomers. And what are the monomers? Macromolecules of high molecular weight. Macromolecules of high. Can you guess like what could be the monomer of protein? Can you guess? What could be the monomer of protein? You never studied about protein synthesis? Okay, fine. It's amino acids. Amino acids. No, right? You know what amino acids are. Amino acids. So these are the building blocks of proteins, and proteins are the building blocks of life. So here monomers are what? Amino acids. And now these amino acids, what do they contain? Constituent carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and in some case sulfur and phosphorus. Now, what does it mean? The nitrogen. This, you see this main thing, nitrogen, distinguishes them from carbohydrates and fats, because other things were present. They were present in carbohydrates. Fats we haven't covered yet, but in carbohydrates these things were present too. But how proteins are different from carbohydrates? It's because of the presence of N, that is nitrogen. Got my point? So that's it. Now you see proteins like they consist of amino acids, but the question is, how many amino acids? 20 amino acids. There are 20 amino acids. Understood?
Yeah.
Permutation and combination, I think you have learned it somewhere in the maths, like combination of this and that, like we have like thousands of like proteins. Just you combine these and make proteins. Understood here everything? Clear? You can write these points like I'll tell you how to write. Here, write polymers of amino acids. Amino acids. Polymers of amino acids. Don't write this thing. Don't write this. You don't need this. Polymers of amino acids. Polymers of amino acids. First point. Second point, contains CHON, also S and P. Don't read sound. Also S and P. I want it to be short because it will be easy for you to understand when it is short. At this point, write nitrogen if you don't understand AN. Like what is this N? Last point, right? Contain 20 amino acids. 20 amino acids. Contain 20 amino acids. Contain 20 amino acids. Short. Done? Done, right? You finished writing? Okay. See, this is the structure of amino acid. Quite a complex structure. That is why we called it what kind of macromolecule? Right? We called it a macromolecule because it's big. It's not simple. It's big. Here it's a simple structure of what it looks like. But the thing is, it has a side chain. You see, R. R here means side chain. This could be really big. This side chain could be really big. Understood? This could be really big, and that makes it like much bigger. So macromolecule. Now you see, it has like how many groups? 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 4 groups. Can you see it has 4 groups? 1, 2, 3, and 4. One is amino. Second one is carboxyl group. Third one is side chain. Now, this side chain determines what kind of amino acid it is. These things are same in all amino acids. Only this thing changes. Got it? Only this thing, R group side chain changes. It's written here. See, carboxyl is acidic in nature. You can see it's red. Acidic in nature. Acidic. Acid. This was R. Got it, right? This one, as you can see, it's blue and basic in nature. Basic. I don't know how basic in Russian. It's like opposite of acid, opposite of Kislov. So, now third group is like a single hydrogen atom. Third group is like always a hydrogen atom. Fourth one is R. But you see, it's in the next we will see what it is like. What if it is H? Like what kind of amino acid? If this one is H. Here just draw this structure. Draw this structure. Draw this structure and just write these names here. Carboxyl group, side chain, amino group. If you want, you can also name first group, second group, third group, like this. Fourth group, first, second, third, fourth, like this. Don't write all this. Don't write. This is not needed. Just draw the structure and write what's written here. Just this. The bell is at 9:30, right? 9:30. Bell rings at.
Yes.
30 minutes. Done? As soon as you're done, just say that like you're done, so that I know. Now see, these are like the amino acids which are present, 20 amino acids. 20 amino acids. There aren't any more amino acids, only these present in nature. Only these, not more than these. Just these. I won't read them because there are a lot of amino acids, like if you want, I'll just read them. Glycine, alanine, valine, leucine, and isoleucine, proline, phenylalanine, triosine, tryptophan, serine, threonine, cysteine, methionine, asparagine, glutamine, aspartate, glutamate, lysine, arginine, histidine. These are like 20 amino acids that are present. But I think you don't need this information. Now, classification. How are amino acids classified? Like depending on what? I told you in the previous structure, we had a structure, right? This same structure. Remember, structure that you drew. Same one. It's the same one. There it was in detail, here it is like simplified. Same structure. You see? Amino acids are grouped. Classification goes according to this. R group. This group. What is attached, depending on that, they are named, classified. Got it? So now you see here it's H and H. First group, second group, third group, fourth group. In fourth group, which is R, here there is H. Can you see? Is it visible? H. It makes what? Glycine. It's glycine. This one is glycine. If it is H, then